Some of you might be wondering if quartz is an option. And although I love quartz in an indoor kitchen, most manufacturers simply don't recommend it with prolonged direct sunlight. So again, like the Carrara, if you were going to have a covered kitchen that wasn't in direct light, you could use the quartz. But if not, again, the resin that's used to manufacture quartz can discolor over time with extended UV exposure. So I would avoid quartz in that case. Welcome to the Kitchen Remodel Made Easy podcast. I'm your host, Robin Johnson, and I can't wait to chat with you about one of the most exciting topics ever, kitchen design, right? I mean, who doesn't dream of remodeling their kitchen? Friends, if you're looking to uplevel the most important room in your home, I am so glad you're here. As an award-winning designer of over 20 years, kitchens are my absolute favorite room in the house. With hundreds of decisions to be made and thousands of dollars on the line, you won't want to miss an episode. Let's get started. Hi friends, welcome back to another episode of Kitchen Remodel Made Easy. Last week we talked about whether an outdoor kitchen is really worth the investment and how to design a space that works for the way that you live. We covered things like creating dedicated cooking, dining, and lounging zones, traffic flow, and even some different types of outdoor cabinetry. But today I want to take that conversation one step further for part 2 of this episode, because once you've decided that an outdoor kitchen would be a great addition for your home, the next question is, well, what materials should we actually use? So if you're planning an outdoor addition, you're going to want to save this episode because it is packed full of information. If you have ever walked through a home show or started searching online, you've probably realized there are hundreds, if not thousands, of choices out there, and it can get overwhelming pretty quickly. So I thought I'd break down specific products and manufacturers that I might recommend, along with a few design tips that I've picked up along the way. Now, none of these are sponsored recommendations. They're just simply brands that I've used myself or researched that I think are worth considering. So in today's episode, we're going to cover 6 product categories. I'm going to break it down into cabinets, countertops, appliances, flooring, lighting, and furniture. And it's kind of a lot, so let's get started. Outdoor cabinetry. Last week, we talked about the 3 primary cabinet materials: stainless steel, marine grade polymer, and powder coated aluminum. I know that's a mouthful. So let's talk about why some of these materials work and which brands that I might suggest to you. The first one is stainless steel, which is the most expensive of the 3. And the reason it costs more is because it's the most durable outdoor finish for cabinets, hands down. It's got excellent corrosion resistance, meaning it will never rust, and it's strong and durable and will probably last you a good 30 years. Now, most stainless steel cabinets come in the grade 304. 304 is kind of the standard strength. But if you have a home that's located like directly on an ocean front, there's actually a higher grade, 316. I think you actually call it lower grade, but it's higher. 316 marine grade strength that you're going to want to go with. One company that I'm currently buying from is called New Age Products. It's a Canadian company, and I'm using it for a project here in South Carolina, and we are going with their stainless steel cabinet system that has beautiful fluted teak paneling on the front. And what I love about it is that it doesn't feel cold or commercial. The wood really adds warmth and just a texture, I guess, and it's also going to give us the durability that we need here in coastal South Carolina. So I'm really excited to share all this with you when it gets finished. And on the back side where the bar stools are going to go, we actually have a raised bar. We're going to add a vertical shiplap there. So we'll hide where the stainless stops, and I guess where that knee wall is going to go up higher. So we're going to add some vertical backing there so it'll all look seamless. Now, if you are considering some higher end custom stainless cabinets, some other lines that you can look at are Danver, Danver, and Brown Jordan Outdoor Kitchens. Both companies offer exceptional quality and a tremendous amount of customization. Now, the only caveat to considering stainless is if your kitchen is going to be in full-on direct sun, stainless still can get really hot. So that is something that you need to consider. You may want to put a cover over your space or not, or pick something else. All right, the next category in cabinets would be marine grade polymer. And this is kind of the next price level down. And this holds up great in humidity, salty coastal air. It's completely waterproof. It will not rot, fade, or ever crack. It's extremely low maintenance and easy to hose off. And a couple manufacturers that you can look at are Nature Cast, and that's with a K, Nature Cast with a K, and Wherever Outdoor Cabinets, and that is spelled Werever, Outdoor Cabinets. Now, I will say in the past that some polymer cabinet lines used to kind of look cheap, almost like plastic patio furniture, but not anymore. Today's products are beautiful and they offer shaker door styles, contemporary slab door styles, and really realistic wood grain finishes that are surprisingly convincing. And again, the life expectancy of these products is going to be 20 to 30 years. And the final category would be powder-coated aluminum, which is the least expensive option. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's a beautiful product. It's going to last. It's just not as costly. Aluminum is rust-proof and it stays cooler in the sun than stainless, but it's thinner and it's more lightweight. So a couple companies that you could look at for powder-coated aluminum are Urban Bonfire, which is very popular, and Danver, again, that Danver company I mentioned earlier. I will say that because it is a thinner product, powder-coated aluminum, it can dent a little easier than stainless. And the powder coating can chip over the years, which is why, you kind of get what you pay for. All right, let's move on to appliances. Now, a key component of your any outdoor kitchen today is the handy appliances that you can choose to really customize your space. Built-in grills are an obvious choice, and most outdoor cabinet companies offer appliances and grills, things like that, that are designed to kind of sit within their cabinet lines. And this creates a much more seamless upscale look versus having a freestanding grill sitting beside a row of cabinets. So you really want to go for that built-in look. Other appliances include side burners, outdoor refrigerators, refrigeration drawers, warming drawers, ice makers, and even outdoor dishwashers. Isn't that so cool? And the outdoor dishwashers, yes, they are different from ones for inside your home. They're all stainless components, even on the interior. And then many people like to include a decorative hood to sit above their grill. And the main reason for this is to suck up the grease, the fumes, and the smoke that comes when you're heavy grilling. And you want to keep all of that out of the cooking and entertainment areas as much as possible. So you want to make sure that your hood's ventilation system is strong enough to get the job done, and look at the BTUs that your grill is going to put out and make sure that when you work with your salesperson, or selecting a hood, that it's strong enough to support the grill that you choose. Another nice feature of having a hood vent over a grill is the lighting, because when it gets dark, you can simply pop the light on and that's going to help you see. Now, one mistake that some homeowners make is assuming they can use any indoor appliance outside and it's going to, hold up. And guess what? It's not. Outdoor appliances have sealed electrical parts. They have rust-proof stainless steel and stronger cooling and heating systems to handle the rain, humidity, and extreme temperature swings. Indoor appliances lack these additional durability features. Okay, so just know that. If you're wondering where to shop for outdoor appliances, like I mentioned earlier, many of the outdoor cabinet companies will carry them, but also you can go to many appliance stores or online and you can order appliances and just work with your cabinet um, company to make sure that they'll fit. And now for a quick message. Hey there, if you're planning a kitchen renovation in the next 3 to 12 months, I am so glad you're here. For less than the price of your new kitchen sink, you can purchase my simple step-by-step kitchen remodel made easy course to design, plan, and execute your project like a pro. And just for course purchasers, I even have a community that you can join if you want to ask me questions and have an extra set of eyes on your project. I'll link everything for you in the show notes below. All right, number 3, countertops. Just like your indoor kitchen, your countertop is going to become one of the hardest working surfaces in your entire space. It's where you're going to prep your food, serve meals, set down cool drinks, and gather with friends and family. So you want a surface that can withstand all the elements as well as look good. And here are a few of my top recommendations. Granite. Granite has been a favorite in outdoor kitchens for years and with good reason. It's naturally heat resistant, it holds up beautifully in direct sunlight, and it comes in a huge variety of colors. And when properly sealed, it's also relatively easy to maintain. And then there's porcelain. It's another material that I'm seeing a lot more, especially a manufacturer like Decton. They have beautiful large format slabs that mimic natural stone and offer exceptional durability. Porcelain is UV stable, it's stain resistant and incredibly easy to clean, making it an excellent choice for outdoor kitchens. And then there's a product that I'm using right now on this kitchen or this outdoor kitchen, I should say, I'm designing, and it's called Curava, Curava. And it's made primarily from recycled glass combined with resin binders. And it creates a surface with a lot of depth and sparkle. It's a beautiful alternative if you're looking for something a little bit different. Now, I do want to mention something important, and that is that the Carava warranty excludes outdoor installations. And that's because if your outdoor kitchen is fully exposed to the elements, the resin binder inside of it can discolor over time. And so, like the kitchen that I'm working on is covered, it's a lanai, and it won't be in direct sunlight, so we'll be fine. But you don't want to use this if you're going to be in direct sunlight. Some of you might be wondering if quartz is an option. And although I love quartz in an indoor kitchen, most manufacturers simply don't recommend it with prolonged direct sunlight. So again, like the Carava, if you were going to have a covered kitchen that wasn't in direct light, you could use the quartz. But if not, again, the resin that's used to manufacture quartz can discolor over time with extended UV exposure. So I would avoid quartz in that case. And then lastly, there's concrete. And concrete is a nice choice. It can be expensive. Some of the pros are that it can be molded into any shape if you have maybe a round or curved bar or island or something. It can be molded into any thickness. It withstands temperature shifts and hot grill pans without burning. But it can be expensive and it can be heavy. So you have to make sure that your cabinets are strong enough or that there's rebar or something under there to support the weight of it. And then you're going to have the cast and all that made. So there is a cost to it. So that's something to consider. All right, let's move on to flooring. We're on category number 4. One of the most overlooked parts of an outdoor kitchen is oftentimes the flooring. And yes, it needs to look beautiful, but it also needs to perform. So when you're thinking about your space, will you have kids running around? Is there a pool? Is this space going to get wet often? Is it going to be in an open area where rains can be an issue? Will people be barefoot often? These are all questions worth asking about. And large format porcelain pavers have become one of my favorite choices because they're durable, easy to maintain, and available in beautiful stone and concrete looks. Companies like Belgard, MSI, Technoblock, and Unilock, UNILock, all offer excellent choices. And then there's natural stone, like travertine, and then shell stone, which, again, on this project that I'm currently working on, the homeowners chose a natural limestone block paver, and it's called Smyra, Symra shell stone. It stays cool in the summer heat, and it has ground up fossils and shells in it, and it creates a beautiful, just textural design pattern to it, but it's smooth and it's going to stay cool in the South Carolina heat, which is amazing. So I can't wait to share pictures once this project wraps up. All right, number 5, lighting. Lighting might be one of the most underrated parts of outdoor kitchen design, but it's so important. Most homeowners focus on the grill, the cabinets, the countertops, but lighting is what is going to allow you to actually enjoy your space after the sun goes down. So let's think about lighting and layers. First, you need task lighting, which is obviously what you need to see over the grill and prep areas. Next comes ambient lighting, which is going to create the mood. Pendant lights over your island or bar, maybe some nearby sconces on a few walls, or even string lights woven through a pergola can make the entire experience feel warm and inviting. And then there's landscape lighting. You can choose to illuminate or uplight maybe some nearby trees, planting beds, or walkways. And this is just going to add another layer of beauty and make the entire outdoor area feel very intentional and connected. And also, you could think about including dimmers if you want, just to be able to really get personal and adjust the lighting, or you could include colors if you want to have different colored lighting. And I will say that on many of the appliances now for outdoor kitchens, they come with really cool LED lights with different colors, so you can really kind of bling it out if you're into that. All right, the last category we're going to discuss today is furniture. And this is one of my favorite topics. Now, some of you out there are going to invest tens of thousands of dollars in your incredible new outdoor kitchen. But then when it comes to furniture, you're going to buy inexpensive furniture and it's not going to be comfortable and it's not going to last. And I get it. Sometimes the budget's blown and you have to get what you get. But if you want to invest in quality furniture that's going to last you for years, I'm going to give you some lines here that you can take a look at. Okay. Check out Brown Jordan and Gloucester, Gloster. They have absolutely beautiful luxury outdoor furniture collections. And then for a great balance of quality and value, I recommend looking at Summer Classics, Telescope Casual, Tropatone, and Southern Home. And fun fact, I met the owner of Southern Home at Market last spring, and he used to work for Summer Classics, and I think they had a split, and so he went and started his own company. So if you're familiar with Summer Classics, it's a great brand and I love it. Southern Home, they have a lot of SKUs that are similar but different and have a great price point. Now, another company that I love is Polywood, which you may be familiar with. They have all kinds of Adirondack chairs and all kinds of outdoor furniture. Polywood is low maintenance and it suits well in coastal environments. And we recently ordered a Polywood table with 4 outdoor chairs and an umbrella for our backyard patio and a second home, and we absolutely love it. So the bottom line here on furniture is you really get what you pay for. When it comes to fabrics, you need to always go with outdoor performance fabrics. You probably know this, but some of the, common brands are Sunbrella or Revolution, but you want to make sure that you use outdoor performance fabrics. And I even like to cover out my outdoor furniture with covers in addition, just so I'm prolonging the life of it. Okay. I also want to touch on bar stools and rugs and those finishing touches because if you're adding an island, you're obviously going to have some fun, comfortable bar stools to sit out. So this is probably going to be where you gather more than any other space. You want to choose stools specifically designed for outdoor use with those weather resistant frames and outdoor rated fabrics. And yes, you can absolutely add an outdoor rug to your space. Outdoor rugs have come so far over the years. They really, help define the seating areas and those zones that we talked about last week. They soften hard surfaces and they just make the entire space feel like an extension of your actual home. And I don't know, they just add character and color and all of it. And then I was going to mention that some good news is that the rug category is one that you can absolutely order from online or big box stores. Go for it. I don't recommend spending a lot of money on an outdoor rug because you're probably going to replace it in a few years anyway. And then finish out your space with planters, lanterns, tabletop accessories. It's those fun, small details that make your outdoor kitchen feel complete and cozy. So, as we wrap up today's episode, I'm going to leave you with one more thought, and that is that the bigger goal and purpose of even having an outdoor kitchen at your home is to really spend quality time with the people that you love while cooking in the great outdoors. Your guests that come over, they're not going to remember so much as to what countertop you have, but they are going to remember laughing and making memories with you gathered around your table. And that is what you're really investing in. So, the materials that you pick, I know it's a big decision, but really you want to pick materials that are just going to make those moments easier to enjoy with less maintenance and just help ensure that your outdoor kitchen is going to look beautiful for years to come. So, because I included a lot of information in today's episode, I created a free download, the Outdoor Kitchen Design Guide, your 10-minute planning checklist before you get started. It's a simple designer cheat sheet that you can take shopping with you, and it includes my favorite materials, those recommended manufacturers that I talked about today, and some of the biggest mistakes to avoid. So, you can download that in the show notes below. Friends, if you enjoyed today's podcast and you can't wait to hear more, please leave a raving review to help others find me. And if you didn't, well, don't worry about it. And I'll be back soon for more kitchen design conversations.